We begin with a terror attack in Turkey and warnings that similar attacks could happen here. Tonight, we have a more clear picture of how the latest assault went down. 3 men working together, armed with guns and suicide vests. Security cameras capture the siege. That's one of the gunmen running and firing until a guard shoots him. Seconds later, he detonates the explosives. And later, the difficult task of identifying the dead, treating the wounded. But within hours, the airport opened again, temporary walls hiding the damage, passengers on the move. That is one sign of Turkey's resolve, but also of how familiar scenes like this have become. ABC's Terry Moran is at the Ataturk airport tonight and takes us inside the horrific attack.
The chilling airport surveillance video shows the moments before chaos unfolded in a flash of fire. And tonight, for the first time, we see the face of one of the attackers, the man in the baseball cap there, wearing a winter jacket on a summer day. Just before 10 p.m., officials say, he and 2 accomplices pulled up in a taxi.
The attackers got out of a taxi here at the front of the airport where the first layer of security is. They were spotted and scattered. One heading down that way, opening fire, detonating his explosive. Another making it into the terminal there. You can see the busted windows. Blew himself up there. The third going downstairs where people were waiting for rides and detonating there.
The attacks inside the airport happened first. Passengers fleeing in terror as the gunman opened fire.
A few minutes that he was spraying, and it was nonstop. Automatic rifles for sure.
Stephen Nabil, a freelance journalist working for ABC News, pulled his wife into a storage room and locked the door.
That's when I found the tea kettle with hot water, and I figured if he opens the door, my last resort would be dumping the water in his face, at least give her a chance to run while I wrestle him to the ground.
In the airport terminal, surveillance cameras captured this image, a man believed to be one of the gunmen. Some people cowering in terror, others running for cover, and then an explosion shaking tiles from the ceiling.
First, we heard the gunfire. After, we heard the screamings, and everybody started running. After 1 minute was the explosion.
But in the confusion, acts of bravery. This video shows the seconds before an extraordinary takedown. As families flee, a gunman rounds the corner chasing them, but he's shot by a police officer and collapses, his gun sliding across the floor. The officer approaches, but then runs for cover as the terrorist writhes on the ground, fumbling to detonate his suicide vest.
One of the attackers detonated his explosive right here, and this area is the arrivals hall where people were waiting for their loved ones.
But the terror wasn't over. As people ran out of the airport, a third attacker was waiting, detonating his suicide vest near a line of taxis. You can see the force of the blast. Tonight, new video from inside the wrecked terminal, bodies among the debris littering the ground. Ceiling panels collapsed, this team using a luggage cart to carry one of the victims. 42 dead and over 200 injured in the attacks, some the walking wounded, others dazed on the ground, as dozens of ambulances rush victims to the hospital. And tonight the airport is open, but evidence of the horror remains. Bullet holes riddle the walls, glass shattered from the impact of the blast, security guards using bomb-sniffing dogs and thoroughly searching cars before they approach the terminal.
A final note on that Turkish police officer who took down one of the terrorists, as you could see on the security camera there. What happened, his name is Yasin Durna, and tonight he is in the hospital. He was actually shot during that takedown. He says he did not feel any of the bullets hit him. Turkish officials are saying what Yasin Durna did saved many lives here. George?
Incredibly selfless. Okay, Terry Moran, thanks very much.